All right, y'all know who it is. It's your friendly neighborhood daycare bandit, the creator, innovative professor, teacher of the white line driving technique and the white line driving system. Hey, fellas, hey, this one's gonna be, absolutely quick. This is for four wheelers. This is for citizens who are out there in their cars driving around. If you're wondering the best possible way in which you can help law enforcement enforce traffic laws, this is it. You ready? Don't. What are we paying them for if you're doing their job? Now understand, law enforcement goes to school, they go to training, they go through all the processes to become a highway patrolman, DOT, PUCO, sheriff, police officer. They go through that whole thing so that they can learn accurately the laws in which they enforce. Just because you know a law doesn't entitle you to enforce that law. And you should actually get the accurate version of those laws before you attempt to even think about someone breaking a law and you needing to do something about it. Again, law enforcement does more than just sit in the car and go, ooh, I think he's breaking a law. I know slower traffic keep right. I know truck lane restrictions. I know that the trucks are supposed to be... No, they don't do that. You need to understand, they don't just sit in their car and they look over at their family member that's riding with them and go, that guy ain't supposed to be on. No, they don't go through all that. And here's something else you need to understand. When law enforcement enforces a traffic law, understand, they get behind the vehicle, they turn on their lights, they make the vehicle go over to the shoulder. Once they're over on the shoulder and safely out of harm's way, they get out of the car and then they communicate with the person driving the vehicle. They explain to the person driving the vehicle the law they've broken. Once that person understands that law that they've broken, the officer writes them a ticket. Now, depending on how bad the infraction was, he may very well get arrested on the spot because of it. Now, understand what they do. Get behind you, show the lights, pull you to the shoulder, write your ticket. What you guys are doing is you're riding around thinking someone has broken the law, and you're automatically issuing death sentences. You're automatically riding around using your vehicle to threaten that vehicle to get it to understand whatever's in your head at the time. Do understand, the laws that you believe you're trying to help law enforcement enforce, you may not have them correct. And you may very well be risking your life and the lives of the people in the vehicle with you in order for you to believe that you're justified in trying to make somebody do something you think the law says. Again, the best way for you to help law enforcement enforce traffic laws is don't. If you are under the impression or you believe that someone is out there traveling, whether they're in a commercial vehicle or whether they're in their personal vehicle and they're violating the law, you call law enforcement. You don't take the law into your own hands. You don't risk your own life and the lives of the people that are in the vehicle with you. You call law enforcement. Truck drivers, it's your job to actually know those laws and know when someone is and is not breaking the law. And if you see them violating the law, you're supposed to call. You too are not supposed to be out there assaulting people with the vehicle. These people are called law enforcement officers. It's their job to enforce those laws. The way that they do it is through fines, penalties, and sometimes jail time. What they don't really do, and it's only in dire situations, in dangerous situations, when the person is trying to flee or they're a danger to society, do they put themselves in harm's way. You guys are doing it for things you think somebody's doing. You should at least want to know accurate information in making that judgment. And the accurate information you need to know is if at any point in time you believe somebody's out there traffic-wise breaking a law, you call law enforcement. You don't try to run them off the road. You don't try to run them. You don't try to run at them with your trailer. You don't try to run at them with your car. You don't do any of that. You call law enforcement. Let them take care of it. Or if whatever you're reporting to law enforcement at the time, they'll explain to you that whether or not that's a law being broken or not. You guys don't know how to handle enforcing laws. You really should stop doing what you're doing. Again, call the law. That's it for now. I'm DK Bennett. I'm the creator, innovative professor, teacher of the White Line Driver Technique and the White Line Driver System. And as always, be your own man.